The Aquarius season, symbolized as a water bearer, though it's an air sign, water represents the emotions, which combined with the air element brings in communication on a group level. So it's going against the norm in a wild, eccentric, and unique kind of way in order to bring in changes that will benefit the community as a whole. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about the Aquarius season, which is here to remind you that you can triumph over all adversaries. It will be beginning on 20th of January 2023, Friday, today. And also, it's here to remind you that be your free, spirited, and eccentric self, and you will be able to triumph. Remember to tap into your own uniqueness. Yes, and you too, you can make it just as well. First of all, we're having the first new moon of 2023. Woohoo! In the Aquarius season. Yes, it will be occurring on Saturday, 21st of January. 2023. And remember, Saturday is ruled by the planet Saturn, and Saturn impacts your karmic ties as well as it holds you back, and also sometimes it might bring in delays. Why? It brings in delays because there are karmic sort of ties, but also there is work for you that you have to do. This internal work that is required for you to work through, like traumas, and just become the best you can be, yeah, and not let things hold you back. Anything that's holding you back in whatever situation or circumstance, that kind of influences and impacts you in a way that you will not be able to accomplish things. You will not be able to be the best you can be, right? So that's what it brings in for us. Yeah, so the Capricorn new moon will be greatly influenced by the planet Saturn. Remember, on Saturday, the moon will be transiting still in Capricorn, right? So it's transitioning from Capricorn going into Aquarius. So that's Capricorn influence. Oh my goodness, it's still around for us. So it is about us really tapping deep within and working on ourselves, working on those traumatic emotions that we need to release. We need to, come to like a place of balance within ourselves, so that then the energy within, when that is healed completely, you will then be able to achieve your greatness just as well. You will also be able to accomplish your goals. So that's what it's all about. Yeah. Yeah, so the Aquarius season, which begins on Friday, 20th of January, will be ushered in by Divine Mother's blessings. Just again, oh my God, Divine Mother is here again. Remember, she came in for us on the full moon in Cancer only 2 weeks ago, and here she comes back again. She's like, yes, I'm ushering in the Aquarius season. Listen, I love the Aquarius sign. It is a time of just like you feel this renewed I don't know, it just has this renewed kind of energetic feeling and influence on us, though it's still the hibernation season. So we still need to be taking care of ourselves and loving ourselves, and, being really gentle with ourselves, keeping to ourselves, staying within, yeah, and not being so out there, not yet, because it's still the hibernation season. So, yeah, that's just a reminder for you, yeah? Yeah, so this season will be still a season of nurturing yourself, loving yourself unconditionally, and accepting yourself too. So remember that love is a very powerful energetic influence that brings in manifestations into fruition to materialize into the physical reality. So, this is an opportunity for you to nurture yourselves more and do something good for you too. Woohoo! Go for it. Whatever treats you'd like to give yourself, yes, do it, because it will be good for you. It will elevate you, it will rejuvenate you, and it will uplift you overall. And that will also allow you to have like great experiences just as well. Yeah, because when you raise your vibrations and your frequencies in that is how you'll be able to become a match for the things that you would like to experience just as well. Yeah. Yeah, so this time, don't forget the air sign, the Capricorn, excuse me, not the Capricorn sign, the Aquarius sign is an air sign and it impacts the mind. So you'll be feeling quite intellectual, analytical, and you'll be caring about the other people. Why? You have almost like the 11th astrological zodiac sign. Yeah, the 11 is like 1 1. Yeah, so it's like what's within is expressed outside of you. So how you see yourself is mirrored back to you, so to speak. But how you see yourself for the greater good of all, this is what this season is all about. Yeah. Yeah, so the Aquarius sign, it impacts the community, social interactions, and innovations. And you'll be thinking about others. You'll not be self centered and thinking, oh, it's only about you. No, you'll be thinking about others. You'll be caring about others. You'll be thinking, like, oh, how does this impact others? Maybe I need to speak to these people and let them know about my idea and share this idea with them. And you never know, it will be really good for them and stuff like that. So that's the kind of influence we're going to be experiencing during this season, right? Yeah, because don't forget that the planet Aquarius is, excuse me, not planet Aquarius. The Aquarius season is ruled by the planet Saturn, which is the restrictor, and also the planet Uranus, which is the innovator. And because the season begins on Friday, we have also the planet Venus, which is all about love and acceptance and nurturing yourself. So we have those are the three main influences which will be experienced during this time, right? Yeah, so this key theme during this time will be all about authenticity. Oh my gosh, you know how the Aquarius people are known for just speaking their truth so blatantly, they'll tell it to you, yeah. And so you'll also, why? Because they're very intellectual. They can also see things that other people cannot see. Their ideas are just so wild. You remember Thomas Edison? Oh yeah, he's a true Aquarian. He was born February 11th, I believe. He might be wrong on those dates. I'm not sure if that's the actual one, but I believe it's around that time. But yeah, he's super intellectual. Remember how many inventions he created? There you go. So that is kind of what we'll be experiencing this time around. It's going to be about innovation, but also rebellions, and also many inventions are created during this time. Yeah. Don't forget, we are still in this hibernation season. So as people are taking care of themselves, as people are looking after themselves and resting a little bit more as well, this is how all those ideas flow through to us. Yeah. So this is a time where you will be letting your unique qualities guide you to inspire yourself or motivate yourself to work on those goals that you really would like to achieve. Yeah. So yeah, you just find yourself feeling like, oh my gosh, this is so unique. This idea, no one else has thought about this idea. And that is kind of like where you will be. Yeah. Yeah, and also another really significant thing will be occurring. People will be speaking their truths and will like be revealing things, yeah? Don't forget, it's the Aquarius season. That is kind of what will be expected, yeah? So the planet Saturn influences the hidden truths to be revealed, especially the things that hold you back. And as you work on yourself, you will find yourself seeking the truths in order to help you transcend, right? You just find that you are looking for the truth only. Why? Because you need to be authentic. You just, those feelings will be like the dominant ones within you, right? don't forget, not sometimes, they always have the positive side and the negative side to everything, always, yeah. But the main thing, no more two faces around here. That is gone, 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 gone. So why? Because you have the planet Venus, yeah, which is ushering in the season, right? She'll say, look after yourself, nurture yourself, be true to yourself, right? So it's all about truth. You'll find that, look, you can't keep quiet about things. You just have to say them out to help yourself, to help others just as well. Because it's not just going to be you, it's the 11th zodiac sign. So 11, 1, 1, it's two. It's like number two, like Roman numeral two, right? Yeah, so like that is kind of the main thing that will be happening during this time, yeah. And so like the feelings within you, they'll be mirrored by others as well, and you find yourself wanting to express them just as well, because your mind will not be like, I need to be quiet. No, the mind will be like, you need to express it, you need to say it out. Why? It's an air sign. Air does what? Air moves things along, right? There you go, guys. Even now the seasons are changing and it's so windy most of the days. So all these things, they always like go in sync with the timing of the cosmic influence at a point in time. It really does. But yeah, so if you've been like in a peaceful, loving, joyful place within you, that is what will be experienced. But also on the other hand, if you're like worry quite a lot, you feel anxious as well, maybe sometimes as well like have malicious kind of thoughts or feelings, what sometimes you can't help it, but like that's how the people will be feeling and stuff. And then that kind of feeling, how you're feeling within, is what will be expressed outside. Yeah, it's what you'll be wanting to tell others about, what is really your peace of mind, you'll be giving it to them. Yeah. So during this hibernation season, as you're still within the cocoon, the dominant feelings churning within you, yeah, are what will be expressed out, right? You find yourself being quite intuitive, imaginative, as well as inventive, yeah? You never know, you might invent the next big thing this time around. This is the season just for that. And also you find yourself, oh, you're being so unique, like, oh my gosh, the person they just created something nobody else had thought of. This is the kind of time that it will be happening. And you'll be super duper independent. You'll be like, I don't think you can tell me what to do. No, not now. That I'll think for myself. People be thinking for themselves. People will find themselves feeling very like inspired all by themselves, yeah, and doing things just in their kind of way. Yes, and so that's kind of what will be happening. Yeah, so during this time, those are the kind of things that will be really, really intensely felt. Yeah, and you just have that creativity, because it's all about the mind that is really activated, even though it's still the cocoon season and of hibernation. Yeah, you're still within the cocoon, but intellectually, it's super duper like turned on, it's switched on, it's like, whoa. So the creativity, especially if you've been working on yourself and healing through your past traumatic experiences, yes, this will be happening quite a lot. Yeah, so most importantly, yeah, the inner feelings, it's like you be expressing who you really are and like what you really like. Yeah, so the mind is a reflection of those inner feelings and emotions that are dominant within yourself. Yeah, and it's like the essence of who you were, babes. You cannot be anybody else, you just be uniquely you, amazing and wonderful, just like that. Woohoo! So this is what will be dominating this season and how people will be feeling during this season. Yeah, so yeah, and also another thing is like, what just came in my mind is like the magicians, they trick you with the power of their mind, right? This is what this just goes to show that this is exactly how we will be feeling during this time, right? Yeah, so you have that loving support of the great planet Uranus. Uranus, the seventh planet from the sun, actually. It has that power to bring in those changes, drastic changes for the good of all, though. Not just like just drastic changes. So it brings in those changes for the greater good of all. Yeah, and then also it would make you feel confident. It also give you this intellectual scientific kind of mind, and you find yourself like, oh my gosh, the feeling really like, yeah, very scientific, and yeah, and very inspired. But this is because of that effect of planet Uranus. By the way, Uranus is still in retrograde up until 22nd of January. Yeah, that is something for you to remember, that your planet Uranus is still in retrograde up until 22nd of January. So these effects will not be felt so much until that date, which is only a couple of days time anyway. But yeah, it won't be felt so much until that time, right? Yeah, and so, excuse me, I'm just going through my notes. Yeah, and so another great thing to remember as well, yeah, is the opposite effect, yeah, the inauspiciousness, inauspicious events that could happen during this time, just so you're aware, yeah. And because you have three main influencing factors, you have the planet Venus, because the season begins on Friday. Then you have the planet Saturn, because you have this new moon on Saturday, and it's also transiting in Capricorn. Yeah, so we have that Capricorn effect right there. And then you also have the planet Uranus, which is the ruling planet that also influences Aquarius season, right? So you have those three major kind of energetic influences: Venus, Capricorn, which is Saturn, and Uranus as well. Yeah, so those ones will have these kind of impacts. So Venus brings in the loving and also nurturing effects, but on the opposite end as well, it brings in sadness, and also it brings in hate. People might be feeling hateful towards others and just have this going within themselves, because that's the inauspicious effect of it. And then Saturn, which rules Saturday, it also brings in delays, but also success. If you really are working on yourself to heal through the traumatic emotions until you become the untethered soul. Oh, by the way, have you guys read that book by Michael A. Singer? Um, the Untethered Soul. Oh my goodness, that book is amazing. So basically, it's about the impact of things around you in a way that when you've worked on yourself, right, you will not be influenced or impacted by other events occurring around you. All right, so you remain calm, cool, and collected and centered within yourself. You're grounded within yourself. You know who you are. You know what things you have to do to work on yourself, to better yourself, to accomplish things. That's kind of that is where you will be, right? Yes, so that's what Saturn really teaches us, really, to work on ourselves until we become the untethered soul, so that whatever events are happening out there, you will still be like that big magnificent oak tree out there, whether it's raining, whether it's shining, whether there's a storm, or whether the clouds are out, the stars are shining in the evening, or the wind is blowing. The oak tree remains the oak tree that it was created to be. Okay, like that's the oak, that's this power. It's strong, it's strength within itself for it to continue growing and thriving. Yeah, so that's kind of what the planet Saturn teaches us. Yeah, yeah, so yeah, so we have all those influences. Another thing as well is there might be quite a bit of confusion and delusion as well. Just the wild thinking, basically, that you forget to be quite practical as well. And also, you're super excited because you want to liberate yourself. You're so tired of all these rigid kind of things and you just want to break free. Woo, and be the best you can be. Yes, so that in itself brings in confusion and delusion as well. Why? Because if your mind is not, you're overly yin or overly yang, yeah, it causes an imbalance, yeah. And remember, we are in the seventh year. 2023 is the seventh year. You have to remember to remain calm, cool, and collected, and also just work with partnerships, with group collective initiatives. Yeah, so that's what it's really all about. Yeah, and also another inauspicious thing that could happen, yeah, the sudden changes, they can also destabilize people as they're used to their routines and patterns of doing things. So this will impact progress and success. And because if it's very sudden and it like brings in shock to like the norm, which disorganizes everything, and before you know it, you'll have fallen off the track from where you are. Yeah, so this is the kind of thing that will be happening quite a lot. Yes, so you guys, finally, the Aquarius season, yes, it's being ushered in by the Divine Mother's blessings on a Friday. It's a reminder for you to nurture yourself and be as wild, eccentric, and amazing, tapping into your imaginations and innovative spark, and let your greatness shine through for the greater good of all. And remember, you are amazing, you are worthy. You are good enough. Let your uniqueness shine through this Aquarius season. Well, we've come to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching and listening to the video. Please leave a comment in the comment section down below. I hope you've enjoyed this video and you found it really, really helpful. I'll speak to you in my next video. Have a wonderful day. Sending you lots of love. Until next time, take care. Bye.